the question is, obviously Brady's retired.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are like, I think they're hesitant to be like, he's the greatest athlete ever.
I think he is.
Do you think?
First of all, the word athlete has no business in the same sentence as Tom Brady.
Because
in terms of, that wasn't what he was. He is an elite passer of the football and an elite football mind, which both contributed to him being the greatest quarterback ever. But he ain't the greatest athlete. That is not true.
What makes you an athlete?
Yeah.
Well, speed, quickness, agility, along with various other skills that come along with the respective sport that you're in. Tom Brady didn't have those things. You know what? Mike Francesa, formerly of Mike and the Mad Dog radio show, they were on my show First Take last week. And they had their reunion. And Mike Francesa made a very valid point. He said, I love Tom Brady. He's got the greatest resume as a quarterback ever. He's the GOAT, no doubt about it. No shade thrown on him. He said, but we need to understand he's neither the greatest regular season quarterback ever. That was Peyton Manning. And he said, nor is he the greatest Super Bowl quarterback ever. That would be Joe Montana. He said, those two quarterbacks, he said, you're talking about Tom Brady. Tom Brady was neither the greatest regular season quarterback nor the greatest Super Bowl quarterback.
But that's 10 Super Bowls versus 4.
I understand that. But what I'm saying to you is that Tom Brady, say what you will, the fact of the matter is that was factually correct.
Well, I would just disagree with greatest because it's not winning percentage to me. It is. You got to take everything into account.
Well, then take everything, not just what you want to. Like, for example, you look at the AFC East. Well, the Jets, the Miami Dolphins, and the Buffalo Bills spent years being trash.
They were a joke.
So you are an automatic top 2 seed in the AFC for years.
Yeah.
You guaranteed a home playoff game at Foxborough, okay?
Yeah.
Most of the time, 2 games in AFC Championship games, so you got to take that into account, right?
Yep.
Then you got to take into account the first 3 Super Bowls Tom Brady won is because of that defense. New England. Bill Belichick coached defense. He obviously was the defensive coordinator before he became the head coach. Ty Law and McGinnis and the rest of the crew. The defense led the New England Patriots, not the Patriots offense.
They led, but the winning drive was always Brady.
I understand that.
And that was every Super Bowl.
Well, you could say that. Well, what about the losing drive? Because guess what? In the AFC Championship game, he couldn't put together a winning drive against Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning had beat him. You also got to remember in the Super Bowl, Eli Manning beat him twice.
Yeah, Eli got him twice.
Okay, so you got to look at all of that. And by the way, he should have lost to Seattle if Pete Carroll and Darrell Bevell didn't call the stupidest play in NFL history when Marshawn Lynch is wreaking havoc over the New England Patriots. Get you to literally the half-yard line, and they decide to have Russell Wilson throw a pass over the middle that gets intercepted by Michael Butler at the half-yard line.
Yeah.
This is what they did. He should have lost that Super Bowl. He was down 28-3 against Atlanta, but Dan Quinn and Kyle Shanahan decide not to run the football and throw the damn football, so an incomplete pass stops the clock, which gave New England all the time in the world to come back and erase the 25-point deficit when they were supposed to run the damn football. So there's a lot of things that you can
Matt
point
Ryan
to.
took that sack that took them out of field goal range that ended up letting New England come back. So
correct.
all that I get, but again, to me, overall encompassing 10 Super Bowls is crazy. That's more than every team ever.
Well, nobody's saying he's not the GOAT. They're just saying that you can be the GOAT without being the best regular season or the best Super Bowl quarterback. That's what they're saying. They still called him the GOAT.
Yeah.
They're saying, but he's not the greatest regular season quarterback and he's not the greatest Super Bowl quarterback.
But the athlete conversation is, I thought there's an athlete as someone who plays a sport, because the best athlete is probably some CrossFit guy. But we're not going to call them the greatest athlete.
That's fair. I get where you're coming from, but I guess what I'm saying is when we look at a respective sport and we marvel at the greatness of a player, it's usually because of what they do. That's true. But when you say athlete, you take into consideration a multitude of things. Primetime Deion Sanders is the greatest cornerback that ever lived.
Yes.
But damn could he play wide receiver. And damn could he return punts and kickoffs too. And damn when he got into the open field, you could pick the fastest dude out there. They had no shot of catching him, which is how he came up with the dance. Because he could afford to dance because there was nobody on his heels. Because he would just run away from the crowd. Because that's how lightning fast and quick primetime Deion Sanders was. There's a multitude of things. Bo Jackson, baseball and football, and you saw the versatility of his skill set. And the repertoire that he had available to him. You looked at that.
Caitlyn Jenner won a men's decathlon as a woman.
That's amazing.
Think about that.
That's impressive.
That's pretty crazy.
I'm not going there. I'm wasting my time with that.
He's like, the mouse is watching, guys.
So then maybe the greatest athlete of all time is Usain Bolt.
Okay.
Because everybody in the world has run straight. Not everybody's played baseball. Not everybody's played basketball.
Well, you can say he's the fastest man, but again, I said versatility when it came to athletics. I didn't say speed. I said versatility. So if you say Usain Bolt, you're talking speed. I'm talking versatility. So Bo Jackson runs over, runs over these guys when he plays baseball.
Deion was playing baseball.
Deion played baseball and football as well.
So who's your number one?
Number one athlete of all time?
Yeah.
A lot of people try to say Jim Brown because he played football and lacrosse.
Apparently, he was amazing at lacrosse.
He was. They said he was amazing at lacrosse. I'm going to tell you it's a cross between primetime Deion Sanders and Bo Jackson. That's me. In terms of athleticism.
Yeah.
If you want to tell me LeBron, because I can imagine LeBron on a football field.
What about Tiana Trump? Because a lot of people don't include her in.
I don't know her.
Amazing skill set. Amazing skill set.
No one talk about diversity.
I don't know.
You wasn't knocking at your hotel room one day?
You never opened the door one time?